Tom has gotten down my main baking box because I'm going to do some more baking. And I'm going to make also super easy cheesecakes. I'm going to make some little mini cheesecakes. Oh, sorry, that's probably super loud. And I've got some cookie cutters and different things in here. So I'm going to start doing the serious gift baking. I've already done 2 gift bakes, but I have a bunch more to do. Look, and I got this at Aldi a couple weeks ago. So if I'm going to roll out pastry. Okay, I sat down here to look at my baking utensils. And of course my friend, my best boyfriend, has come to visit. And I'm going to make the Nigel Slater's Christmas, chocolate spice cake, dark chocolate spice cake, because I love really sort of Christmassy spicy things. I see there's a new baking book out. It's like German baking. It's called Advent. I haven't been able to find it anywhere because I think it's kind of sold out, but I really would love that book because I think there's going to be amazing things in there. Anyway, so I'm going to try Nigel's dark chocolate spice cake. There's a couple other things in there. Actually, this is getting too rambly to stick in. And I won't show you me baking all these things. I have way too much baking to do, and you've seen that a few times, and then that gets boring. But I will show you the finished project. Made is it's sort of like maybe a mousse. It's a chocolate and chestnut sort of mousse / pudding. It doesn't have any egg in it though. And it's got the mascarpone cheese in it and a lot of dark chocolate and some pureed chestnuts. And it's really yummy because it's not too sweet. I sprinkled with a little bit of cinnamon in a little glass serving cup. Yep, yum, yum. So the solstice is a day we really like to celebrate, the gradual returning of the light here in the northern hemisphere. And so for that day, I had gotten a Christmas set from Fine Leaf Fibres, and she's another dyer in Ireland, and I'm going to open that today, so I'll show you that. I'll give you a little update. So on my Stay Pull sweater, I've run out of my first color of this, sort of a purpley color actually here. That was the hyacinth, and I finished that up. So I'm going to wind up the heirloom fingering weight farm yarn from Seven Sisters Farm, and I got this from the Flock. I think it's just theflock.com. That's Melissa from Knitting the Stash. It's her online website where she sells some small farm yarns in the US. And this was my felt fusion. The colorway is Pink Chakra. It's so lovely. And this is one I got from Expression Fiber Arts. It's the lights are turned way down low on their sparkle fingering. And this was just a fingering sparkle that I got from Goodwill, so I don't know what it is. Wind this up, and I've separated for the sleeves. I've gone a little way down, so I'm going to divide this up. My understanding is you would divide it up, and I'll have to divide these up as well. Well, maybe not that because I have loads of that, but I'll have to divide these up so you have of what's left. 50% basically for your body and 25 and 25 for your 2 sleeves if you want it to kind of, match up. But let's open up and see what mystery Christmas yarns I've gotten from Fine Leaf Fibres, and then I'll open day 21 of the Advent. Okay, in honor of the winter solstice here in Ireland, in the northern hemisphere, let's light the candle to the fact that those long nights, they do pass. They pass, and then the light begins to grow again. And it's not sudden. It doesn't happen all at once. And the first few steps of the light growing are pretty much imperceptible. But it does grow gradually, bit by bit, until one day we start to say here, there's a grand stretch in the evenings. And that's the way it is. So here's to the light returning. Happy solstice. Day 21. And ooh, look at this one. This is a little different again. It's definitely got a warm brown sort of peachy tone. And then we have the reds and the greens. So, and here we are. Quickly say this Advent by Robin Robin's Promise Yarn, who's a dyer in Williamsburg, Virginia in the U.S., based upon a childhood book she had, The Night Before Christmas by Clement C. Moore, illustrated by Florence Sarah Winship. And I also had that as my childhood book, which is why I got this Advent. And it has been nothing but a delight. So, the boots. They are, look, I didn't have to open the book. There, yep, they're right there on the cover. That's where you get a good shot of his boots. That is just the cutest thing. Now, I think I talked about in the day 29, or the days before, about how I love noticing things I hadn't noticed before. And I have to say, I don't think I ever really noticed those boots. So yeah, so let's hang them up with their friends. Hang it up with its friends. So there they are. Go ahead and open these things here. I also have a little pack, again, that was part of the Advent, and it's got some little things in it. Let's open that now. This is lovely. Some Eucalan wool wash. A little tag here for your finished item from the James River Yarn Crawl, which I actually went on, so I'm excited about that. Little sheepy stitch marker, or progress keeper, and then again another little James River Yarn Crawl stitch marker. So that's really cute. Now I'm going to open these up. So a little note from Mariana. She's the dyer behind Fine Leaf Fibers, and some lovely tea here. And so there's her information, fineleaffibers.com. I think she's also on Etsy, and she's at Fine Leaf Fibers. I know she's on Instagram, which I am brutally bad at ever checking. So I'm just opening this up. I'll spare you all the... Ooh, and it's a chocolate. It's a lovely big bell. Ooh, I'm excited to eat that. Made in Ireland for Fine Leaf Fibers. Skein set. And if I remember correctly, they're both the same. So you can, you can make a project with it. Started to unwrap it, and look at that. Look at this. Oh my goodness. That is beautiful. Spicy mulled wine. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. That is just beautiful. And hand dyed in Cork, Ireland. That is lovely. So it's superwash blue face Leicester. And we have 225 meters in the 100 grams. Oh, I'm so excited about that. That is really beautiful. So there we are. There's the pair of them together. Look. There's Kitty Mustard. So cozy on this solstice. My friend Susanna's cat Mustard. And you may know her if you like to follow farm Twitter. And this is obviously off her YouTube, but she's Vartable's quite a menagerie of animals, as well as all her farm animals as well. And look, there's Inca, the world's smallest sheepdog. Anyhow, I've just got... my solstice didn't turn quite like planned, and sometimes that happens to us. I just got so tired, have a bit of a fibromyalgia flare, my hand is hurting, so I so far have not cast on my new winter solstice knitting project. We will see. I hope at least I can cast on later tonight. So I'm just kind of watching some Vlogmas and different things in bed, not baking, and I just thought I'd put this in here like that to say, like Leslie of Not Quite Enough Yarn says all the time, it's okay not to be okay. And this time of year, we're not going to be okay the whole time. And I had a little wobble. My dad sent me a little photo of, their Christmas decorations, and they have like a little Santa, and it counts down to Christmas. And he was like, it's not long now. And it said, 4 days to Christmas. And I just got, the point of that was not to make me upset, but I just got really upset because, I'm not there. So yeah, so it's okay not to be okay. And I know that, I'll be wobbly for a little bit, or maybe for a longer bit, but then, that'll shift and it'll change, and that's okay. So I won't be mired in this for forever. Anyhow, that's my solstice. It's starting to get dark now. I don't know, what time is it? Yeah, it's about 4:20, so yeah, the sun has officially set and dusk is setting in. Happy solstice, everyone. Okay, so I ended up putting some cream on my hand, and I took a painkiller as well. So I'm feeling better. Tom made a lovely dinner, and I've cast on the stitches for my Mosaic Cowl by Marie Wallin, and then I'll join in the next yarn for the mosaic. I don't think I'm going to do that tonight, but I just wanted to cast it on for the solstice. And I've got a little bit done on Tom's sock. I started to do purling so I could have the purl row on the outside and the knit in the inside, but it just hurt my hand too much. And Tom said, look, just go ahead, knit it the way you were normally, and we'll just turn it inside out. And he doesn't think that one little purl row that will then be on the inside will really bother him, because we're just going with these for his Christmas socks around the house. And then when I am knitting socks that he's going to properly wear, I'll try some of the different suggestions for those. But this pair we're just going to go ahead and get done for the Christmas so he can wear around the house and enjoy that. So I'm feeling much better about the whole thing. And I have my little stars, and I'm watching podcasts, being kept company with other knitters and crafters as I knit away. There's no wonder that view makes me happy. Aside from all my little Christmas things and things that mean a lot to me, that's all my yarn. I mean, what's not to love? Okay, happy solstice, everyone, and I will talk to you tomorrow, the 22nd.